Hi, good afternoon. This is Michael from Asia Virtual Solutions. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the GSA Search Engine Ranker projects, and we're looking specifically at a data tab. As you know, in GSA Search Engine Ranker, you have data tab, you have options tab, you have the articles tab, email tab, notes tab. So we'll focus on the data tab. So let me jump onto our training VPS. So when you start the VPS the program the first time, you see like this, blank. So you've done now already your options, your setup, your spinners, and your global linked list and everything. We have done that now already. You set up your indexing and you set up your site list and everything. So now you want to start with projects. To do a project, as best, just click on here, or you can use the drop down there, click new, or enter name. There's not much difference, so just click enter new, and then you will have this project window that will pop up. I'll just make it a little bit bigger so it's easier to see. So this is the data tab that I said we'll be looking at today. This is the options, this is the notes, and this is external APIs. So in the data tab, what happens here, data tab is where you select which platforms you want to submit to. Okay, so these are all the platforms that GSA can submit to, and you can expand them. So there are different article sites. You can see the different, these are not sites, they are platforms. And each of these will have then sites that you can submit to, but GSA by itself don't have sites, site list. They just have the platform, the engines. Think of it as the engines that explain how to post on these, how to create accounts and how to submit content and articles and images, etc. So all of these can be expanded. And you can right click in anywhere near and you will have a lot of options. So let's check by none. So as you check stuff here, you see now there's no article tab, but if you click on here, you now see, oh, there's an article tab, because these platforms require articles, and that's basically the only tab that will be added more. There's no other tabs that will be added, but some of these fields there will be more fields. On the moment, these are the only fields related to article submissions. Okay, so if you only submit to articles, you just fill in all these fields. But if you look, if I now add more stuff, so now these fields is going to become more, and the more stuff you check, there's more fields that need to be filled in. So you just need to start by selecting your platforms. A good way to select platforms is not to just wildly say, oh, I want articles, oh, I want wikis, or I want directory sites. You should base it on a better plan. So start by check none, and then you can use the right click. Anywhere in here you can right click, and then here you can see certain options. Okay, sorry, you start by check all, not none. Start by check everything. So if you want to, so now you will submit to everything, and you've got a lot of things to fill in here for all this stuff. But we don't want to submit to everything. That's not really so great. We start by right click. Everything is checked. Now we say we only want site where we can have an anchor text link. So you uncheck, you click that. So now all the sites that doesn't provide anchor text link is unchecked. You see some of them is grayed out. Some of them like that block comment. It looks like that, and the one above that is grayed out. If it is like this, then mean everything is checked. If it's got like a gray out, that means some things is unchecked now, because these don't provide anchor tags which we just selected. Okay, so we can have more options. We can fine tune it more. We can say we only want do follow sites. Uncheck that doesn't provide. Uncheck engines doing both. Some engines provide both do follow and no follow, so let's skip them. If we do that, now even more will be removed here. There's more options. Another one that is quite contextual links are the best kind of links to have. So we say uncheck engines that does not provide any contextual, that cannot provide a contextual link. So if I check that now, then we will get an option. What kind of contextual links do you want? Do you want only article sites, contextual links on article, or profiles as well? So if I say I want both articles and profile, allow all, now you see now more is unchecked. Then I can go in here and say, okay, I don't really want adult stuff, so uncheck the adult also. Exploits is unchecked, forum is okay. So now we got a much better selection of sites that we want to submit to. So now you need to fill in everything here, starting with the URL, which is where you want to, the site that you want to promote. So you can either, oops, sorry, what did I do? Sorry, you can edit and import from, maybe you have it a list on the file of sites you want to promote, or otherwise just click edit, add all, and then paste if it's just one all that you want to promote. Or if you have many links that you want to promote, then you just either copy it and then paste from add from clipboard. I don't know where it is now. Clipboard. Import from clipboard. There you go. Import from clipboard. Or export. No, we don't want to export. We want to import from a file. Okay, so add your links there. Then the first option here is basically maybe you added 20 links, and then you say, oh, I want to randomly use these 20 links. Otherwise it will just go from the top down every time. So every time it submit now, with this option check, it will randomly select one of your 20 links that you added. This option here is not applicable for what we're doing now. This is if you build tiered projects, which I will show you in a bit how that goes. Then the next option here is basically it's gonna add variations to your link. So it might say normal HTTP, or sometimes it will show a capital HTTP for randomness. I'll put it maybe only 5% of the time. Otherwise it looks a bit funny if everything is if there's too many of these mistakes. Use the root. No, we want it to use our exact OLs. Now keywords. There is a difference between keywords and anchor tags. Anchor tags is what's gonna be used for your contextual links. So if you added your OLs now, when you make a link, what is the keyword that you want to show with that link? That is called anchor tags. Okay, so again, you can add your anchor tags in here. You just read here on when you hover over the stuff, you will see what it shows you. So you can add spin tags as well in these fields. So you can say dog, cat, fish, and so many as you want. You can also just import a list, which, let's say this is anchor tags. The anchor tag should be one below the other. Okay, so then you can go and import here, import from file or clipboard, and it will automatically separate them by comma or spin tags. And then if you click here, it will show you how many you've added. In a few minutes I'll just run through here, then I'll show you on a live project what it looks like. Anchor tags okay, so let's go back 1 second. Keywords. Keywords is really not used for almost anything. These keywords is not used for linking. These keywords are only used when you enable search engines and you have selected this first option here. Always use keywords to find target sites. But that will give us you'll see you'll get a warning when you select that option, as it will limit your results. But since we always, most of the time we use the linked list and not a search, there's no really need for keywords. But oh shit, sorry. Open it again. So you can put in a couple of keywords here, and even if you want, you can copy your anchor text and put the anchor text there as well. But this is what will be used for the linking, the anchor text. Now, you don't want all the anchor text to look exactly the same. We want a little bit of anchor text variations. And this is where you add this, and then you specify partial match, secondary anchor text, branding anchor text, LSI, generic, domain anchor text, and what percentage of it to be used. If you go to Azure Virtual Solutions, and I'll put this in a, open this. If you go to the blog page here, and look for anchor text, optimizing anchor text. Okay, I highly recommend that you read through this. I will put this in a video, and this will explain to you all about this anchor text, what percentage to use, domainers anchor text, this is the last one, generic anchor text, all of them, and what percentage to be used. Here you have a summary of that. Read through this blog post. There's even a video, and right at the bottom here somewhere there's a GPT, a OpenAI GPT that we created, so you can use that as well to generate these anchor text variations for you. So this is the GPT. So let me just show you how I use this. Let me just get one of the orders I was working on. Let me just find something which is a bit more. Let's just find this one. So let's say I have, I'll just use the summary here. I have these keywords. This is the actual order. No, I don't want to use this one. Let's go and use, I know exactly which one I'm going to use, this one. Bitcoin Casino Canada. So if I go and open this anchor text, so this is the keywords. So you copy your keywords that you have, that you want to use, and then you go to that GPT, you paste in your keywords, just make a little space, and then you paste in your link. And that's it. Then you just click OK. And now it will look at your keywords, it will look at your link, and then it will come back and suggest you for GSA what anchor text variations would work the best for you, and also give you the percentages. So again, while it's working, this is the blog post, optimizing anchor text variation, and right at the bottom there's a link to the GPT. Where is this now? The anchor text variation tool. So let's see how far these. Okay, so now it calculated those. So it gave me the main anchor text. So, and it gave me the partial, the secondary, the branding anchor text, the LSI anchor text. And then here's the spin text also already for you. So you just need to copy the spin text. So I have this already now, so it will go to the end, and then there's the link to that blog post as well. So I have this now already. Where's that now? Then I copy it to a file normally like this. So my main anchor text will be these 10. So if I go to this VPS now, I can go to the anchor text and just say import from clipboard. There's my anchor text imported already. Then I go to the partial match. Partial match, 22%. I copy the spin text. I copy the spin text, partial match, 22%. I change the percentage, 22. I paste it in. And then you repeat the same for all of these and update the totals here. The total here should not exceed 100%. But if you copy everything from there, it will exactly balance it out for you. It will automatically add it up. So if you see, if I check here now, see, that is now 130% because I haven't changed anything here yet. It should never be over 100, and then it will show you the main anchor text. Percentage will be the brackets here. 90% is these, and the 10% which you can't set is the anchor text there. Okay, so go through that post, fill in those things. You can also provide your own generic files. Otherwise, this is the list of generics that it has. There's a lot. These are generic anchors. So just use the percentage. I think was about 10. That's it. And then you just now go through the rest of the stuff and fill out everything else that is needed. Go up. Let's just check articles. Okay, and I just want to get a couple more fields here. You will see it also asks you for citations. You can use these, no problem. Just read the pop-up there. Otherwise, just leave this unchecked and just use the anchor text variation. That is already much more than enough, and Google will look better upon those links if it's not the same anchor text. Do not just go and put one anchor text and leave all of these things blank, because if Google see the same anchor text over and over and over and over, it's gonna know that's something fishy going on there in your bulk building links. But if you see now here, verify these use variations, it's much better for your link building. You can check this anchor text variation. Sometimes it's a capital, sometimes it's not capital, but don't put too many, maybe 10-20%. If you have a Twitter link, put it in here. It will be added also. category, just look at what the category your thing is about. If there's no category, then you need to add categories. You can add different level categories. Okay, so if you are promoting crypto, then you have to add a top level category, finance, I think, finance, and then suggest. You can select, let it suggest for you finance, currency trading. You can use the suggest, and it will suggest for you categories to use. Okay, so then login you can leave empty. It will automatically fill this in for you. There's some default stuff here. Just fill in as much as you can. I would recommend that you use a content generator, a GSA content generator, which will create fill in all these fields for you, and you just import it yourself. Personally, I use where is it now? My recommended tool is SEO Content Machine, which is this tool here that I'm just starting up now. SEO Content Machine. So and it looks like this. So this is what I use. There's also tools like GSA Content Generator. I'm just gonna close this now first. GSA Content Generator, which will look like this, which I hardly ever use, but if you have it, then use it. Me, I prefer SEO Content Machine. Okay, well, this video is not, it's just an overview, so I'm not going to show you exactly how to create those. Let me open this one here. This is already done for your project. So you can see I've selected these. These are my anchor tags. I filled in all the variations. There's no, I don't have any of these for this specific site. Category, anonymous, all of these is filled in by the SEO Content Machine. Okay, so you can have a separate video on how to use SEO Content Machine, but you can see you can use the content, spin text in the content. So maybe get ChatGPT to give you video descriptions and ask you to spin it for you. Preview image, so you upload image links. If you have a YouTube ID, you add the YouTube ID there. Let's say you don't have YouTube ID, you don't want to promote anything YouTube, then you just right click on it, disable engines that use this. Okay, so now that will be gone. Okay, so if you're not sure, just right click on it and say this will be randomly inserted, so you don't have to fill in anything here. You cannot see, if you click there, it's not able to fill anything. It will just use random for the login details. That is it for the data tab basically. Let me close this, and I'll open a new project again. So let me show you. So if I use SEO Content Machine, then I specify a folder where it will save to, and then once it will create everything for me, and then all I have to do then is come to autofill. You see now all the fields, let me just select check all. Select as many as possible. This is a brand new, it's now all blank. You see blank, 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 blank. Some is filled in. So if I come here, tools, autofill, SEO content machine, import. And now I go to one of my projects, say this one was child custody. This is what SEO content machine created for me. So I just highlight them all. And now it will ask me if I want, there's many do I want to append or save memory. I just append, click OK. And tell me which fields it's going to fill in. And now we just wait while it imports everything. So you see now my keywords it folded in for me. It folded in everything. The only thing you need to add basically is the links. It doesn't do the variation, anchor text variations, but you can do that yourself. But everything else now will be related to child support, this topic that I just imported. All the guest book comments is filled in, about us is filled in. So that's why it's very handy to use these kind of tools, because it fills in everything. And then you just go through and see, okay, background image, it didn't fill in. There's a blank, and if I save it now, it will show a pop-up. So you need to go to your website, copy an image on your website, image all, and just paste it in there. Or if you're too lazy, disable and just not use that. But I would encourage you to rather just put in an image link. Instagram all, okay, you can leave that blank. It won't give any pop-up. And then just fill in the links. Now we have 0 links added. Okay, so you can now test this by clicking on test button here, and then it will show you what it will look like. Give it a second. I haven't pulled in the URL yet though. Okay, so that pops up. So if you click the test, this will pop up the preview. So you can see I didn't set the OLs yet. That's why it's so show they're not set. So you can see here what the image comment will look like when it's submit, what the guest book comment look like when it's submit. All the fields, you can see what it will look like when it's doing the submissions. So it used the content that we have, and then it spun one version of that. It's even got an address, signature, and you see these things here are short codes that it uses, which will pull in the link. So this is what the preview function was. This is the article that it insert, and this is the article title, article summary, and then if I click test again, it will create a new version. So that's what a test is for. Okay, so this is all I want to show for this video. The next video we will be looking at the options tab, which is the next one. The first one is the most important for your content that you want to submit. The first data tab is where we're going to submit and what content we want to submit. The second tab, which we will cover in the next video, is the options tab, which basically look at filters, where we want to submit, the exact sites that we want to submit to, delays, verification, pinging, scheduling, all that kind of stuff will be under the options tab. So for now we have the data tab. I would highly recommend you go and look at this article that I showed you, anchor text variation. I will put it in the video description, the link to this, and then I will give you a link to the SEO content machine tool, and later maybe I can do a a separate video on how to use that tool to generate the content for you. Okay, so if you have any questions with regards to the data tab, let me know and be happy to explain further. Thanks and have a good day.